I think there were two reasons why she wrote this book when she wrote them. The first was there was a very famous kidnapping case. Somebody called Charles Lindbergh lost his son, Charles Jr., in horrific circumstances in the early 1930s, and this made a great impression on her. And the second was her own trips on the Orient Express, which took place about a year or two after that. And I think the genius is, I mean, quite a lot of people, I suppose, would think that to write a mystery story about a kidnapping is not too unusual. Equally, it's not too unusual to write a book about a very enjoyable and interesting train journey you've been on. But to put the two together, that is where the genius of my grandmother, Agatha Christie, came in.
One of the reasons is that great fiction feels real, and I think the nod to real life events helps keeps that feeling, even if the novelist's imagination then takes over, as in this. I mean, there is a basis of reality, but then obviously the genius is in the rest of the plotting and the denouement.
At home, we still have my grandmother's notebooks, I think 73 of them.
Wow.
With all the little things she scribbled in them, the things that she saw happening to other people in trains, snippets of conversations, little comparatively unimportant things, and then occasionally there's a big cross over the page, which means that she's used those in some story or another. So, I mean, the Lindbergh case is a very dramatic example of this, but most of them were very ordinary, and I think part of the genius is to pick up the ordinary bits of life and turn them one quick twist, and it becomes a murder mystery. I always tell people she was the best listener I ever met, and she listened to everything everybody said, much more interested in what other people were doing, including grandchildren, than what she was doing herself.
I always get accused by my wife of listening to other people in restaurants rather than her, and I blame my great grandmother, because I think that's what she did. I think she was always picking up stuff from other people around her, and that's kind of where as Dad said, some of the little bits come from, which just make it that bit more real. It is a privilege to be able to manage this extraordinary legacy. I mean, it's whatever it is, 66 novels, 150 odd short stories, a dozen odd plays. You know, it's an extraordinary output for one person in one lifetime.